أجمعين أما بعد. Last week we had mentioned the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam regarding the Qurbani. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, ما عمل ابن آدم من عمل يوم النحر أحب إلى الله من إحراق الدم. That no one can do any amal, any action, worship on the day of Eid al-Adha more better than and more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the slaughtering of an animal. So this is a great worship, my brothers, and inshallah we all make intention that we will fulfill this obligation. Upon those whom they have nisab, it is wajib to slaughter an animal. That includes on the husband, the wife, and every adult child, every adult person. If they have the wealth, the nisab in their possession, they have to slaughter. Some people are under the assumption in one home, one person does it. The man of the house or my wife's name will be all okay. This is not how it works. Whoever they have nisab and they have the requirement fulfilled, they must fulfill the obligation of doing Qurbani, of slaughtering. Whether they want to do a full sheep locally in the UK or for £20 they can have a cow abroad. But they must fulfill the Qurbani in the name of every person upon whom it is wajib. And one sheep or goat, this is in the name of one person. No, we can't do a sheep in the name of a family or in the name of several people. Amma Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Al-Baqaratu anna sab'atin wal-juzuru an sab'atin. That the cow, this is for 7 shares, 7 people. They can share 1 cow. So 7 Qurbani will be done. And the camel is the same. You can have 7 shares, 7 people can share 1 camel for their Qurbani and it will be fulfilled. Amma the sheep and the goat and the lamb, this is for 1 person, 1 name. So we can't do it on several names, and every person in every household upon whom it is wajib, they must do their Qurbani. Whether they do it here or they do it abroad, anywhere, any country, so many charities are arranging this one. If we don't fulfill this one, we will be questionable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala why you did not fulfill this obligation. And on top there's so much reward that we shouldn't be looking for minimum. We should be doing as much as possible of Qurbani to feed the poor people. Now the ummah is our ummah in the world are starving around the world. Not just that we look at the cheapest place. Right now India is very cheap for Qurbani. But there are people in different countries everywhere. From Bangladesh, and there is Kashmir, and there is Pakistan, and there is in the African countries, and there is so many places where we can give 1 share cow. We can give 1 animal there and feed the poor people. We have an obligation to care for our ummah. We have to have sympathy and feeling and give this donation for them. The whole year we are so excited. The Eid is going to come. We want to buy presents for our children and make them happy. What about the children in the world? Have we ever thought about they're also waiting for Eid al-Adha? But they are living in war zones, and they are suffering, and they are struggling, and they are dying with all types of problems. So we have to feel for this one. Al-Muwasa, sympathy and feeling. We have to have compassion and empathy for our Muslims around the world. They are our brothers and our sisters. Every time our child smiles, we give something good to them and they smile. Straight away we should feel that how come another child in another part of the world, they are not smiling? Tell me in our home, if one of our children, we have 4 children for example, if one child is happy and another not, are we going to be content? We will look how we make all the children happy. Well, I'm afraid, my brothers, in the ummah, every child is our child. Every woman is our sister. Every man is our brother. So we have to think, when our child smiles, how we can make other children smile as well. This is a great sadaqah and a responsibility we have been given. And on top of this one as well, every of the Muslim brothers we have and sisters, they are in so much problem. This is the time where we have to show our love and care for them. And so Qurbani has many multiple angles of reward and benefit for everyone. So may Allah Ta'ala give us all the tawfiq that we do Qurbani. I have made aware before that ECYS is arranging Qurbani as well. Locally, £220 for a sheep, and also we are arranging it in India, £20 for one cow share, or £120 a full cow. So this is one example of the many charities who are arranging Qurbani to make it easy for the people here in the UK and around the world. So may we all take advantage of this one and not belittle this, and we must act on these things to teach our families as well and bring this sunnah alive in our homes. Allah Ta'ala in the Quran, He has mentioned about the importance of Qurbani in the most smallest of the surah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. The smallest surah in the Quran, and in this surah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says إِنَّا أَعْطَيْنَاكَ الْكَوْثَرَ, that verily we have given to you our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam al-Kawthar, the river in the paradise. And when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saw this river, he was shocked and he was so beautiful. He said to Jibreel alayhi salam about the river, and he was told, this is al-Kawthar. Inna a'tainaka al-Kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar. Pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Direct ourselves, our worship, our qibla is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must pray our salah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wanhar, and slaughter for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the ibadat in this surah, Allah has brought two main ones here. One was that we pray our salah to Allah, and the second, wanhar, we slaughter for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar, that verily the one who he dislikes you, he hates you, your enemy, he is cut off of all good. Inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. This is the brothers one point to think about, that the most smallest surah in the whole Quran, and Allah has dedicated the surah to elevate the status of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The next smallest surah, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. This small surah, when anyone they will learn Islam, these are the first surahs they will learn and they will begin with. And these surahs here in Ikhlas, it is talking about Rabb Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the smallest surah in the Quran is talking about who? Our Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In the two smallest surahs of the whole Quran, these are the two main parts that has been highlighted in these surahs, and the elevation of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam status. We must have love for him, for his sunnah, his guidance and his example. This is the best role model any of us can ever adopt in our life and for our children and our families. The people at that time, they used to say that when the male children of any man they die, they would say butira, that this person has become butir. They have become a person who has lost their remembrance. Because if your sons, your boys are not there, the boys will carry on the lineage of the father and the name of the father. So they say if the male children die, or they are not for a man, he hasn't got male children, they say butira. He's someone whom they are cut off. And they are forgotten now because they haven't got anyone to carry their name on further and their lineage. So what happened then? That when the children of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, فَلَمَّا مَاتَ أَبْنَاءُ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the sons had passed away. Who? Al-Qasim, Abdullah. The first son was Al-Qasim. The second son was Abdullah. And the third son, when they had passed away, Ibrahim, then what had happened was the people said about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Butira Muhammadun, that he has become a person who has lost his sons. He's cut off from remembrance now. He will be forgotten. He has lost his lineage. So at this time, Anzal Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he revealed, Inna shani'aka huwal abatar, that verily the one who he hate you, dislike you, he is the one who is cut off from remembrance. He is the destruction of all good from this world and the next world. So my brothers, this is a very powerful verse that anyone who has any dislike even, remember shani'aka means you have any dislike towards the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are abatar. Allah revealed it from the heavens. They are cut off from all good in the both worlds. That means, my brothers, that every sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we have to love this one. My brothers, if we do not act on a sunnah, we must say, I'm weak and I cannot act on it. But this is the best thing. I love it, but I'm too weak. Shaitan taking over me and I'm unable to do this one. My brothers, this is what we should be saying with our tongues. But if we start to change the sunnah and we say this is not important and that Muhammad had various actions not relevant to us, we will fall in this verse, Inna shani'aka huwal abatar. They will be cut from all good. This is the revelation from the heavens. There will be no one to deny this one. So my brothers, every sunnah, we must love it, however big it is, however tiny it is. We have to think that this is the sunnah of the king and the leader and the ruler for our entire life and our entire direction and practice. We must have so much honor for this and respect for every sunnah. And like I say, if we can't do something and we commit any sin or wrong action or even a small dislike action, never we say, no problem. Never we change the religion like the Yahud and Nasara. But we say that this is something that was so important, even if it's the smallest thing. But I'm too weak to act on that one. I do dua, Allah give me tawfiq. By this dua, this intention and this amal, Allah will bring us so close to Him and we will find ourselves close to Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam as well, inshaAllah ta'ala. May Allah give us tawfiq, we do our Qurbani, we act on every sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The days now are coming of, we are in the Hijjah, and of these days, the special day of Arafah is coming as well. And the day of Arafah is a very special day where we have to increase ourselves in dua and worship. And also it is a day of fasting. سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن صوم يوم عرفة. The one time Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم was asked about fasting on the day of Arafah. The day of Arafah is the 9th of Dhul Hijjah. The 9th of Dhul Hijjah is coming on Monday coming. He was asked, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what is the virtue of this day of fasting on Arafah? He said, يُكَفِّرُ السَّنَةَ الْمَاضِيَةَ وَالْبَاقِيَةَ. That fasting on this day of Arafah will forgive the sins of the past year and also the year that we are in at the moment. That means the fasting on the day of Arafah, this one day of fasting will mean expiation of 2 years of sins. Subhanallah. So inshallah, all of us on Monday, we must before Monday inform our wives, inform our children, inform our brothers, inform our sisters and our friends, and remind each other about this great day of Arafah and how we should fast on this day. The day of Arafah also is a Monday, and Monday is also a very special day. سئل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن صوم يوم الاثنين. The one time Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم was asked about the fasting on Mondays as well. Now what is about this day? Anything special fasting on Mondays? Because Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم would fast on Mondays. So Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, فيه ولدت وفيه نزل علي. That on this day of a Monday I was born, and on this day of a Monday the revelation began to me. So this day was a very significant day, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, تعرض الأعمال يوم الاثنين والخميس, that the actions of the people, they are presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the days of Monday and on the days of Thursday. فأحب أن يعرض عملي وأنا صائم. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that I love that my actions are presented to my Rabb Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I am fasting. I am in a state of worship and fasting and sacrifice for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, this is a Monday when we fast on the day of Arafah. We make intention, we are fasting for the day of Arafah, and we make intention, we are fasting because this is the practice of our Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We will get double reward. Inshallah, we make this intention, fast on Monday with this one, and we try to make this a practice we continue regularly as much as possible, inshallah. And also on the day of Arafah, a great verse of the Quran was revealed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed on this day, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. That on this day, Allah says, Al-Yawma, on this day of Arafah, I have completed and perfected for you your religion. وَأَتَمَمْتُ عَلَيْكُمْ نِعْمَتِي, and I have fulfilled all my blessings upon this ummah of Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وَرَضِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا, and I have made for you pleasing and sufficient the deen of Islam. That means what? That means that this deen of Islam is رَضِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا, means that in Islam everything has been given to you. It means there's nothing you need, no other religion, no other theory, no other education and qualification, anything. This religion, رَضِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا, I have made Islam for you everything, complete and fulfilling of every need you would ever have. So this was a great verse that had been revealed, and the tafsir explained that نَزَلَتْ هَذِهِ الْآيَةِ يَوْمَ عَرَفَةٍ, that this verse, it was revealed on the day of Arafah. فَلَمَ يَنْزِلَ بَعْدَهَا حَلَالٌ وَلَا حَرَامٌ. And after this verse was revealed, this verse we have read now, no other verse with anything halal and anything haram was ever revealed thereafter. That means this was the final revelation of laws that had come down to the mankind on the day of Arafah in the Hajj of Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then he explained as well, وَرَجَعَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ وَمَاتَ. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after his Hajj and this verse was revealed, then he had gone back to Medina and then he had passed away. And in one narration explained, it was a matter of 81 days that he had then passed away. So this was now towards the end of Islam. Allah Ta'ala blessed this ummah so much. 23 years of fighting and struggling and enemies, and people wanted to kill and finish him off. The entire Arabs of every tribe tried to finish him off. But Allah Ta'ala, He had blessed the ummah so much that had he passed away before, what would happen? Where would we go? The law's incomplete, the book incomplete. But Allah Ta'ala, أَتَمَّمْتُ عَلَيْكُمَ نِعْمَتِي, I have fulfilled everything for you. There's nothing. I have protected my Muhammad until this time, and now every law has been given to you, every worship has been told to you, every virtue has been given to you, every path to Allah and safety has been given to you. This is the greatest blessing ever. وَجَاءَ رَجُلٌ مِّنَ الْيَهُودِ إِلَىٰ عُمَرَ بْنِ الْخَطَّابِ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُ. That one time a man from the Yahuda, he came to Umar bin al-Khattab رضي الله عنه, and he said to him, what did he say to him? He said, إنكم تقرؤون آية في كتابكم, that in your book, the Quran, you must see. He said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, he said, oh leader of the believers, in your book verily you are reading a verse تقرؤون في كتابكم. You are reading an ayah in your book. لو علينا معشر اليهود نزلت لاتخذنا ذلك اليوم عيدا. So he said, the Yahudi, that if this verse had been revealed to us, the Jews and the Yahud, we would have taken that day as an Eid and a big day of celebration for us. Such a significant verse you have been given, O Amir al-Mu'mineen. So he said to that man, the Yahud, Ki ayyu ayatin, that which verse are you referring to? You are so shocked and surprised by this verse. So he said, Qala qawluhu اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي. The verse I'm referring to is that verse where Allah He has said to you Muslims that today I have perfected your religion for you and I have completed all my blessings upon you as well. So he's saying this is the verse. So then Umar radiyallahu anhu, he replied to this man, Ki wallahi, that I swear by Allah, inni la'a'lamu al-yawm alladhi nazalat ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that I swear by Allah, that verily I know the exact day that this verse was revealed upon Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. والساعة التي نزلت فيها على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. And I know the exact hour it was revealed upon our Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Who are you to ask and tell us? We know about this verse. I was witness to the revelation of this verse. And then he explained, نزلت عشية عرفة في يوم جمعة. That this verse, it was revealed at the time of Ashiyah, on the day of Arafah, on the day of Jum'ah it was. That the Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, on the day of Arafah, it was the time of Hajj. All the thousands of Sahaba, they were there. And at this time, after the sun had gone past the wall, he had then addressed the population and the Muslims there and given the long khutbah. And on this day, at that time, at the time of Ashiyah as well, Allah revealed the verse. And Jibreel alayhi salam came down to him and said to him, the verse, revealed the verse to him, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. May Allah Ta'ala bring to us the value and love for our Quran. Allah has given a great blessing to this ummah, but the ummah are not recognizing this one. We are so stuck and brainwashed and blinded by the dunya and the fashion and the technology and the advancement. We think we are so behind and the other people are so advanced and ahead. We have thrown behind our backs and kicked with our dirty boots all of the deen of Islam Allah has given to us for that filth, and given the importance to the rubbish of the dunya. May Allah give to us the understanding that what this Islam has given to us and what this man Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has given to us, there's no human being, doesn't matter how many expensive tie and shirt he wear, how many qualifications they wear, how much they will have of the dunya, they mean nothing in front of the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to his beloved Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Once we understand this one and we bring this into our hearts and our lives, our blood feels the heat of Islam, and then you will find some change in the ummah. Until this time, you will only remain a people oppressed, a people crying and looking for salvation from the people who are our own enemies. May Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq and give us the ability to stay close to the ulama. Our Mufti Ibrahim Desai from South Africa, may Allah grant him his mercies, has passed away. We received this news yesterday. He was a great alim and mufti. He had begun the website askimam.com and he has served the globe through his fatawa, his institute, his students. So in this way, great ulama, always they are going from this world. While we have ulama and people of deen, we must benefit from them, learn about them, go to them. May Allah give us all this tawfiq. Akhir da'wana. Alhamdulillah.